Okay, here we are again. We have liftoff. Right, I don't know why I'm whispering. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning, and I am picking these, see these seeds. Now where I am is at the Washbrook Close, and what I do is I come and I get all the seeds and this grass. Look, you just get the grass and you take it off, put it in this bag here, or whatever. I usually have a sandwich bag. Now, I've been doing this for about 2 months, so that my garden will be the same. You see, this is just left, actually. That's why it's called the Washbrook Nature Reserve, I think it's called. It's left for all the wildlife. So rather than have my garden just laid to lawn, of course if you let it grow, the grass just gets longer. So you have to cover it in lots of these hardy grasses, and it's coming on a treat. But I won't really know until next year, because you leave it, you only mow your lawn then once a year at the end of August. And you leave it to grow, and I've put poppies and wildflowers as well as all the grasses. But anyway, the reason for this video is to welcome you to the morning. Now, what I learned when we went to Egypt as a family, when it was absolutely boiling hot, we learned too late, because I hadn't yet then been gifted the knowledge of how wonderful it was to get up early in the morning. But the day we left, I was given a taste. And it seems to me that's what the Lord does. You have a taste of something. You taste and see that it is good. And you think, wow, why didn't I learn that before? And then it goes. But that taste is meant to make us to long for it. Anyway, so in Egypt I realised on the last day as we left, because we had to get up early to go home, I thought, do you know, if I lived in Egypt, I would have to get up very early, at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, enjoy the beautiful cool of the dawn. It was the first time I've been cool in Egypt since we got there. I thought, oh, this is beautiful. And it's the same with these heat waves that we have now. I began, because June, you know, I can't go to bed when it's still light. So I began going to bed a little later. Then I couldn't get up at 6:30. I was too tired. But anyway, I've had to force myself, tired or not. Because when I was coming out walking, even at 9 o'clock in the morning, it's too hot. And if what you do is you just get up late and you watch TV and then take an hour to get dressed, and then when you do go out, it's the midday sun, and it's not nice. Trust me, if you get up in the morning, 6 o'clock, make sure you got your clothes ready, get up, get dressed, make sure you're out of the door for 7. Have somewhere you can go where you can absorb a little bit of the nature and the cool air. And it's really, really satisfying that by the time you get back, 9 o'clock or whatever, you're even longer. It's just such a good start to the day. There's something about the early morning, and whether that's in the height of summer, when you need the cool of the air, or whether it's in the middle of winter, when you only get sunshine, if you get any at all. Absolutely first thing before the cloud comes in, those beautiful summer mornings, they're always gone by about 10 or 11. So we needs must be up early, but not to get up early just to watch the television. So here I am at this beautiful place. I wish my children were with me, because they would rather be here than in bed, I have no doubt about it. But they're not. But anyway, I can't do anything about that except pray, and I do. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. And take you down to the river. down to the river, into the river. What's that? I can't remember. Yeah, here we are. A bit tricky getting down there. I'm going to go down a bit further along. Now these are the... You hear those birds? Oh, just a minute. Oh, no, I don't want too much. I'm just trying to get by some rubbish here. It happens sometimes, occasionally. I report it today. Oh, people are people, you know. What happens? Not often. Okay, so let's get round to where the tree was felled in the storm. Here it is, look. This beautiful tree was uprooted, presumably by, well, it was by the wind. But you think, how can it have knocked this massive tree down? But it must be because the roots are so near the water that they were loosened. Hang on, right, here we go. Oh, here's another one. But the thing about them is, they're very good for climbing and sitting on. Yes, so here's another one which came down and made a nice... I have climbed it when there's been nobody. I've climbed that one as well. I nearly came a cropper, but yeah, it takes me back to my youth. I was a tree climber. Mind you, we had nothing else to do. It wasn't a choice of climbing trees or telly. There was no telly. Right, here we are. And down to the brook. Isn't that beautiful? Now, would not you rather be here at 7 in the morning than in your bed or watching TV? Yeah, well, we don't want to be out when it's too hot. You see, we English now, we have to learn to live like they have always lived in these hot countries, because they're getting hotter. It's no good going out at 10 in the morning. It's too hot. We have to stay in between about 10 and 3 in a heat wave. So, you know, if you want to get out and about, you've got to get out about at 6 or 7 in the morning. And then, of course, again in the evening at dusk, which is what we used to do as a family. Well, we never used to get up and go out early. That's a new thing for me. But we used to have between about 2 o'clock and 6 o'clock. Oops, I got my back stuck. Indoors, which is when you can watch a bit of telly. You know, just enjoy it. Enjoy a bit of what you enjoy. And then we used to go out again when it was cool, about 6 o'clock. And we have to change the way we live. So it's just to try and encourage you to get up very early, tired or not. And if you can get to somewhere like this, all the better. It's not so good just walking around the streets. I mean, I have to walk to get here, but I can't say I would particularly relish getting up just to walk around the streets. And I am lucky with this place that I didn't know was here, but even just the park, you know, just get up and get out on the park whilst it's cool before it gets sweltering hot, and then go back and have your breakfast. Oh, just enjoy. Anyway, so what I do is we get all these grasses and weeds. There's the train. And the other wonderful thing about this place is that there are fruit trees and nut trees. I usually get half a bag of cherries every day. They're just about ripe now. Just come and pick my own cherries. And they're so expensive, mind you. I don't go to supermarkets, but you know, They're so expensive in the supermarkets, aren't they? I come and pick my own every day. And I'm waiting for the nuts because people I've met here, as God would have it, have told me what's what and what's where, and there's nut trees. And one thing I have never done is picked a nut off a tree. I know, I haven't lived. I know. Tell me about it. So when I presume they'll be ready for picking about maybe in the autumn. I know where they are. They're up that way somewhere. But look, here are my raspberries for later. I'm currently picking my cherries. Of course, there's blackberries, so I've got a harvest of raspberries, a harvest of blackberries. I've got my favourite, now a lady told me, down there somewhere. Yeah, somewhere down there around the corner. A walnut tree. I think walnuts are my favourite nuts. I can't wait to pick them off the tree. I tell you what, these new experiences, and they're all free. I can't tell you the pleasure of staying out of supermarkets, just for staying out of supermarkets. But to think you can not even have to go to the main market, but pick your own fruit and nuts off the tree. I mean, Jesus! We love you. We love you, Jesus. Ah, there's a nut tree around here somewhere. Anyway, perhaps that's enough for now. Of course, children, you know, you can always come and stay with me. It's summer holidays. You can come here with me every morning. Or maybe just 2 or 3 mornings, you know. We'll have a discussion about it. I'm not the control freak your father says I am. Trust me. It's all a lie. We can do whatever you choose, my lovelies. Right then. Trying to find a nut tree. But never mind, I think I'll let go of this now. I don't think there's going to be any nuts on it until about September or October anyway. But that brook, we can walk in. We can walk in it and paddle in it, just get cool in it, if we happen to be here in the heat of the day. Anyhow, I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope it gives you some kind of encouragement to do something with your summer holidays, because I think, my lovelies, you're going to have to make up your own minds. I know one of you is old enough, the other isn't. But please God, don't leave that child watching television and eating biscuits till midday. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.